great quarterbacks make the playoffs within their first 2 seasons. No pressure. You have no wide receivers to speak of, unless Stephon Diggs can get off the boat and back to full health in time for the season. Your offensive line is a work in progress. Your coordinator is new. Your coordinator is trying to figure out what he wants to do with you.
New to football or this team.
No, but new to you and this this version of this team and this structure of this team. So Drake Maye, is he ready for the expectations that are going to be placed upon him? We talked about Mike Vrabel expectations, Patriots expectations, but what about just the quarterback who is going to lead the way for those other expectations?
That's what a lot of Drake May believers are banking on.
Yeah,
and
like
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm banking on it. I mean,
Although you subtracted a half a win, was it?
I did a half a
slow start
because of the Stephon Diggs information.
Yeah.
So so they're going to win 9.5 games.
Okay.
At this point.
Okay.
We'll readjust as we go, but I guess it's just Chris Sims knows the position better than anybody. He just makes it look. He doesn't look like he's trying that hard. And the definition of a pro, I've always said, is you make the hard look easy, and he makes it look easy. Now it's got to turn into wins, right? And there are bad decisions, but as far as just playing the position, did it look like Mac Jones quarterbacking in the NFL was easy to him?
No.
It was like for him to throw a deep ball, it just looked like he had to throw everything into it to get. That's not Drake Maye. So it just, for people that have been watching the game for a long time in that position in particular, it just, or your brain is telling you, your eyes are telling you, this is a special talent, and that should ultimately lead to wins and perennial powerhouse year in, year out because of how easy he makes that position look.
Because it's the most important position in all of football, any level of football. If you get the quarterback, usually you win more, right? Usually you have a chance to compete for your division or the playoffs, whatever level you're at. And that's been one of the knocks on him, is the comparison to, for example, Jaden Daniels, who his last 2 years, he goes to LSU, boom, blows up, wins the Heisman. They're awesome. He's awesome. Goes to Washington, blows up. They're awesome. He's awesome. They're in the NFC title game. And then they go to Drake Maye and they go, so you're supposed to be similarly skilled as Jaden Daniels, yet you petered out at North Carolina. I think you were playing in probably the Fenway Bowl, or no disrespect to the Fenway Bowl. We love our friends over at Wasabi Fenway Bowl. But you're playing at that, and then you come to the Patriots. You don't even win the job, or you kind of win the job, but you don't get the job out of camp. And then when you start playing, you don't really win games. And people are trying to say, well, if he's got all this talent and quarterback talent equates to wins like Jaden Daniels does, why doesn't Drake Maye's quarterback talent equate to more wins?
That's I don't have that ultimate. I mean, I can sit here and tell you wide receivers. I can tell you the coaching was bad. I can tell you the offensive line was bad. So, nobody wants to hear it. The defense was bad, put him in bad situations last year. So I'm going to tell you this. After this year, the excuses are done for me with Drake Maye. Mm-hmm. So I give rookies a little bit of a pass, a little bit of consideration. And when you factor in, I just don't think he had good coaching. I'm sorry. I mean, Alex Van Pelt is probably a good coach, but the whole infrastructure of the coaching staff I don't think was that good, along with the position groups that he had to work with, terrible in my opinion. That he's going to get more leeway than he would otherwise. And so I'm not going to hold him to the same standards. I think Jaden Daniels was just surrounded by better supporting cast at all levels. But this year, that's done. This year, Drake Maye has got to show me, how talented he is by winning football games, not by that beautiful touch pass he threw, that 9-round on the corner is going to be. That's not going to impress. And then, you know what? You can almost hear when we have Curran on the last couple of weeks, where you hear guys talking about at least the first 2 weeks when they saw him not have good performances. It's almost as if the spectacular, brilliant plays he has doesn't matter as much when you see him throwing interceptions. Right. So I was able to just look at last year and go, holy crap, did you see that throw? That's incredible. But he threw an interception. Yeah, but did you see that throw he made? That won't be the case anymore. I will hold him to a much higher standard than I did last year, based on, I just think he's got improved wide receivers, minimal, but improved. Offensive line, minimal improvement. I think the coaching staff is a big jump up. So I should see that in his play and in the wins and loss column.
So all first-year quarterbacks throw interceptions, almost all of them. I know Jaden Daniels, there's certain outliers, but for the most part, I don't care what level you're at. When you start for the first time at that jumped level, you throw interceptions.
Yeah.
You also, if you're good, you make plays, and there's some sort of a balance. You get the wow plays and the wow, that was a dumb play kind of plays. The second year, if you made it to the second year, those plays need to grow and the interceptions need to shrink. And I think that's where he's going to be. I do. I'm a believer. I think you're taking the weighted bat off. That's how I would liken this. Last year, he was warming up with a weighted bat and then actually had to go to the plate with the weight still on the bat. He had no receivers, no offensive line. You're right. Alex Van Pelt, love him, nice man, mean it. Do I think he's a great NFL offensive coordinator? No, I don't. I don't think that was a fair fight most weeks against the defense. But now you have the 4th overall pick at left tackle. You have Stephon Diggs. You have Mike Vrabel. You have Josh McDaniels.
Kevin Williams. Running
the excuses are gone.
Anderson,
gone.
First
Go
3
win.
picks were offense.
Now, I guess the question I would ask you, if Drake Maye had gone to LSU 2 years ago and Washington last year, would he have won as much as Jaden Daniels?
I would think he would have won, a lot more.
More?
No, not more than Jaden Daniels. More than he won here.
Okay. I was going to say, wow, he's winning the Super Bowl.
That's tough. I think part of what I think they put parameters and restrictions on Drake Maye where they didn't with Jaden Daniels. What do you mean, team? Jaden Daniels was running all over the field.
Right.
And that was a huge weapon for him to offset the lack of talent he had. They did not want Drake Maye coloring outside the lines last year. And so, I'm going to say, I don't know if he would have won 12 games like Jaden Daniels did last year, but he would have won, I think, double digits.
And the last suck-up thing I'll say, if you want to get the Homer horn ready, you can. We talk to Drake Maye every week here once he started playing on WEEI Afternoons. No, I wouldn't say we're buds. In fact, I'm not sure he likes us. But
Andy sat too close to him, and then he never came to set again.
He sat too close to me, and he never wanted to sit next to me again on the leather chairs. He did not like the leather chairs. Put that in the if we interview him, we have to interview at a desk, so his legs are covered or something. I don't know. He's got some weird thing. But I thought he answered all the questions in a tough spot really well. I thought he did the off-field stuff, dealing with not starting, then starting, and Jacoby Brissett, and the line stinks, and you're great, and how do you lead, and Alex Van Pelt, and do you want to run more, and they don't let you run. I thought he nailed all of those answers, and that's what the Patriots thought. I don't remember his North Carolina press conferences, but you remember the Patriots said that? Like, every time at North Carolina, they lost, they tried to get him to throw the line. He does all that well, and I think that will help him coming into year 2 when hopefully all of that stuff becomes
part of the
easier.
job.
Right.
That's part of the job.
He's the face, the voice, the everything about.
Can I throw in one more quick thought?
Sure.
Real quick. The one thing I do wonder is.
You want to ask Curran about Belichick?
Nope. Sorry about that. Geez, Tom. But no, appreciate the answer. What's like the perfect system for Drake Maye? Is it the West Coast that he was in last year? Is it the Kyle Shanahan system? What is that exact kind of system fit? I'm not sure I know. I feel like he could be great in all of them, to be honest with you.
Kind of too. I'm not sure West Coast would be the best because I don't know that his accuracy is elite. I think it's good.
Just so you know, you have an offensive coordinator in Josh McDaniels who's kind of just does a little bit of everything.
Amalgamation.
Right. And then you have the passing game coordinator who is from the Sean McVay tree.
Yep.
And then you have the quarterbacks coach that is from the West Coast offense from Cleveland.
Yep.
So you have a lot of different styles of coaches on that offensive side, and it's going to be interesting to see how they all blend it.
The McVay one is interesting. Sort of some of the wide zone stuff, some of the boots, the play action, deep shots. I can see him doing all of those really well. And that's one of my concerns, actually. I know you said Diggs maybe, but we've talked about the best throw he has is the deep ball down the right sideline. Who's running the deep ball down the right sideline? Is it Kayshon Boutte, who arrived out of shape? Is it somebody else? So we'll